adjust this slightly, but it seems actually pretty good. All right, for anyone watching this later on replay, this is a live video. So the whole point's for me to be able to chit chat with people, answer questions, etc. If that is not your kind of video, please feel free to not watch. I have lots of videos that are just regular tutorials without all the chit chat. So there you go. For everyone else that's watching this live here, please let me know in the chat box where you're watching from. Say hi, and we're gonna do a couple of fun projects. And I'm just gonna start another camera so that we can have the regular version of the video as well for those who can't make it live. Hello, hello. Okay, so I had this idea, and I kind of promised myself not to try anything like this past 3 p.m., but we're going to do it anyways. Because I've wanted to try it for a little while. So basically, I have this little bowl. It's just this little decorative plastic bowl. It's actually from the dollar store. And I thought that could be really cute if I did a resin bowl and then I draped it over the bottom of this to get that design. I honestly don't know if it will work or not. Hey, Jennifer. Welcome. Oh, we got Serbia in the house. Yeah, I honestly don't know if it'll work or not, but I really, really want to try it. And it'll give me like a medium-sized kind of bowl. And then we're going to do some steampunk coasters, because why not? So let's start with mixing up the resin. And this is a small mold that I just got. Hey, Rhonda. I had a fabulous Christmas. How about you? So I'm going to mix up only about 8 ounces of resin, not the typical 12. And then I'll just mix up more as we go. And I did preheat this. Oh, yay, Rhonda. Good. So hopefully that helps speed that process up for curing, and I don't have to stay up until the middle of the night. I love anything steampunk as well. Okay. So we've got 4 ounces of each, part B and then part A. Get this all mixed up. I hate mixing up 8 ounces in a cup this small, actually. I might transfer it to a larger cup just for ease of mixing. But anyways. Oh no, Catherine, that sucks. So you want to stir this for about 3 to 4 minutes, and here's a really key thing is you want to make sure that you are scraping the sides of your cup and scraping the bottom as you go. If you do not do that, even if you stir it for 20 minutes, you probably won't get a complete mix and your resin will not cure properly. So it's really, really, really important that you stir it fully, or it will remain sticky and or rubbery for the rest of your life. Now we got Florida in the house, Mississippi, Minnesota. Welcome. Welcome everybody. We do have a couple sales going on. We have, right now, if you buy a gallon of resin, you get the Resin Beach course for free. There's no code needed. You just have to add both to your website, add both to your cart on the website. And then also a 10% off site-wide with the code 2024. So feel free to take advantage of those if you'd like. All right, just gonna mix this just a little bit more. And I'm thinking, what's the bowl before. What bowl? You mean this bowl? I'm not sure I understand your question. I'm trying to decide if I should do alcohol inks or mix in colors. I think I'm gonna mix in colors. Why not? Hey Irene, welcome. And guys, I am sorry on the new colors, the new pouring paint colors. There was a delay with the manufacturer. So I've been fielding emails left, right, and center, but we should have those in and they'll go out by this Friday. So like the day after tomorrow. Hopefully there's no more delays. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, seems like we're pretty good. Let me just scrape these sides again. And then we'll mix up some colors. So I like blues. Let's do blues. I'm going to do, actually let's do purple and silver. Why not? So there's a purple resin dye. It's very concentrated. You only need a couple drops. This is a Lumelite resin dye. And then let's do some white as well. And for silver, I'm going to do some glitter. So you would just go to mixedmediagirl.com and you would go to you just go to art supplies, go to resin and add the resin to your cart. Then you would go to courses and add the beach course to your cart. So it's not like a special link. You just have to add both to your cart. And then the course will reflect as free. If for any reason it doesn't, please message me before putting your order through. I can't really do much about it after your order goes through. And it adds so much work if people forget to put in codes and stuff like that. So ideally, don't do that. All right, let's get these mixed up. And then I know some people just tuned in, so I'm going to kind of explain my thought process on this project one more time. Let me get these mixed up real quick. All right, so I have this little plastic bowl here, and I was looking at it. Yeah, absolutely, you can share the live. I would appreciate it. I was looking at it, and it's got this really pretty pattern on the bottom of it. So I thought it'd be kind of cool if I could kind of transfer that to a resin bowl. So I got a smaller mold. This one is, I don't remember, like maybe 8 inches or something like that. And so I plan to do the resin like usual and then drape it over the outside of this. We'll see what happens. It's still a little bit bigger than I wish, but that's okay. And it may or may not work. We'll find out. All right, so I'm going to start off with the silver in the middle. And then let's do some clear around that. Oops, that was very uneven. And then let's do some white. And then purple. Usually I start from the outside and go in. Not totally sure why I didn't do that, but that's okay. Now this purple looks really dark here. Rest assured it will not look quite as dark, and it's a bit transparent. So once it mixes with that white a bit and once some light shines through it, it will not look that dark. All right. I'm going to add some more clear. I practice pouring in a circle. Also, I think underneath here I have plastic and it is not straight. Okay. I think we are pretty good there. Do just a little, yeah, just do just a little more clear here. And I'm not at all filling this mold up completely. In fact, I'm intentionally leaving some space at the top here, because otherwise if the bowl gets too thick, you can't really work with it. I'm going to take my stick here, and just for funsies, I'm going to make some lines. They're not really going to stay, but that's okay. It'll affect the pattern still. And it's kind of cool if you do a project like this and then you sit there and you actually have time to watch it. The resin just keeps moving in and it looks pretty cool. All right, let me spritz this with some isopropyl alcohol, and then that is it for this. I'm going to let it sit for about 6 to 8 hours. And yeah. Awesome, Marianne. So the alcohol is just to get rid of air bubbles. And that's it. We'll come back and we'll take a look at this by the end of the video so we can see how it has moved. Unfortunately, I know for a fact right now that my table is not level and it's driving me crazy. I need to like almost start from scratch on this. It keeps, everything's moving this way. So, yeah, I've got to get that fixed sooner than later. Yeah. So, thank you, Raylene. Move this aside and then do the steampunk coasters. I'm going to secretly put the rest of this resin somewhere else to wrap up another project that I have going. And the coasters will only take like not many ounces, maybe 6. I never remember, honestly. We'll just get the rest of this out of here. I like to use every single drop of resin, not waste any, if possible. Hey, Cindy, welcome. Yeah, I mean, we're going on now. Let's see, I started in 2017. So next May will be 7 years, right? If I did that math correctly. 7 years on YouTube. And still going strong. Luckily in the art and craft world, there's like endless possibilities. So it's real easy to keep coming up with ideas. Definitely have more ideas than I have time. Okay. Now that I got all that resin out, you guys ready for some steampunk coasters? Let me make sure. Can you get a bit closer? I mean, I probably can. Is your screen blurry though? Because if so, that's definitely not on this end. Make sure that you're watching it in like the highest settings. But I can zoom in when we get to the coasters. I think it's just your settings though, which if you go to settings and you click on quality and you put it at the highest, that should help. Once again, I'll try to zoom in once we get to the actual coasters. Yeah, if it's blurry, it's your settings, 100%. It's not on this end, trust me. And I cannot fix that for you, unfortunately. But we'll get zoomed in a minute. All right, so I'm going to mix 6 more ounces up here. And I always start with part B. That's not part B, because it is the thinner of the two. Actually, I'm probably gonna do a little more than 6 ounces because I need a little more resin for something else. And then part A. Yeah, no problem. It's a little trick that a lot of people unfortunately just don't know about. Yeah, okay. Awesome, okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's based off of your internet or whatever, but sometimes YouTube just defaults to lower quality, and that's very annoying. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use some gold dust. And I decided I'm going to do my hexagon coasters. So I'm going to build them from the bottom up. So you basically have to build them upside down. It's a little tricky. So after I mix the resin, I'll zoom in on that as much as possible. Hi, Maddie. Welcome. How long does your resin last? If you could be a little more specific, do you mean like in the bottles, once you've mixed it, once the project has cured? Please let me know. So once again, make sure you scrape the sides, scrape the bottom. You want to get a full mix here. Hello, Vicky from Canada. Welcome. In the bottles. Oh, okay. So it has a shelf life of about a year. Of course, once you open them, that ticks a little bit faster, but yeah, it should last you about a year. And it's not that you can't use it past that, it's just that the UV resistance kind of depletes a little bit. So if you're using it later on, you might want to not use it on any white projects and things like that. Okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. All right, so I'm going to use some gold flakes for this, and once again, some gold dust. Now the gold dust goes a long way, so you gotta be careful with it. You do not need that much. And I'm gonna use very little gold flakes because those can also kind of overpower. So on the gold dust, you know what, let me zoom in. Yeah, it yellows. It starts to turn yellow because it has less UV resistance. All right. So this isn't easy. Close your eyes. All right, how is that? A little bit better? Hopefully. I'm rather impressed with myself, I must say. All right. Yeah, so we should be able to see that quite well. Now I just have to try to remember to put the mixing cups in the screen. Okay, so this is gold dust. It is basically a very, very fine glitter. and a little bit goes a very long way. So, I mean, really depending on how much you want, like I would even just use this much, and then you can always add more. You can't take it back out. So we're just gonna have a little bit in there, and that'll just give it a little bit of a sparkle. And then I'm using these gold flakes, and these you really got to be careful with. They are so light, you don't want to even breathe around them. And I'm just going to use a tiny bit of these, and they stick to everything. Definitely do not open this container around a fan. You will have regrets. Okay, I think that's fine. Don't want to go too overboard on that. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you. Okay, and I'm using a variety of gears. Let's start off with the gold dust. We never want to put gears or anything right into the mold because you're gonna get air bubbles trapped underneath there. So we'll start off with this light layer of resin. Hopefully you can see the sparkle. I really did not put a lot of gold dust in here, but I might add more later to the last layer of this piece. Keep in mind, this is the top right here. So if you put too much gold dust, you won't be able to see the other parts. Okay, and now the gold flakes. Let's go kind of across there. Might come back to that one. And again, really don't want to overdo it. Okay, that one definitely got more. All right, get in there. You can also just drop your flakes in there one at a time if you want. Now for the gears. So I have some chipboard ones and some metal ones. Thanks, Rainine. Welcome. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. So I'm starting off with the smaller ones. These are metal. Oop, those two are stuck together, so they're going to stay there for life. And I like to try to use a variety of colors, a variety of sizes. Okay, I think that looks cool. And I think I'm going to get one chipboard in here. I'm not going to try to put more. So let's go with my favorite. And try to center that. Okay. Next, we have this one. Dump some out here. Ooh, I missed. I don't know why. I tend to go in kind of a diagonal pattern. There's no real rhyme or reason for it. It just, for whatever reason, looks better to me. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you. Let's go with this one. All right, I decided. Oh, no, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, there's that. Now remember, you have to picture it upside down. You have to picture it from the other direction because it's gonna look awesome. All right, any more gears? Ooh, let's do this little guy. Okay, I think I want to put this one in here. So here's what we do at this point. These can tend to float up a bit, so we don't want to fill these in completely, but I am going to put just a little more resin. This is just clear over this chipboard piece. And then once this cures, I'm going to come back with a little bit more resin and fill in the mold completely. And in that layer, I think I will add maybe a good deal more gold dust, because I think that will look awesome on the bottom of the piece. For now, we're just getting it all covered. There we go. That's going to look awesome. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be amazing. Okay. So we want to just take our isopropyl alcohol again and just spritz. And that's it for these guys. Probably when I demold the small bowl, I'll come in and I can put the clear coat on this. Or not clear coat, the diamond dust. Because you don't need to wait for it to be completely cured. You just need to wait for it to be tacky. Yeah. So in about 6 hours, I can come and put that final coat on here so that these are done by tomorrow. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm impatient. So just a little more gold flakes in there. Why not? Okay. Well, that went a lot faster than I thought. Thank you, Glenna. You're so amazing. Thank you. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. All of my tray molds are in use right now, unfortunately. I can do, I've got enough steampunk pieces here to do another piece with these, maybe. Maybe we'll do squares. Why not? Let's go ahead. Let's do these. We'll change up a couple things, but we'll do pretty similar here. Okay, let me make sure that you guys can see these. A little more to the right. A little more towards you. There we go. Okay. All right, so once again, I am going to mix some gold dust into this cup. And we'll use that as our starting layer. Hi from the UK, welcome. And yeah, if you're a newbie at resining, you're in the right place. It's a great place to ask questions. Okay. I don't know what this blue is. Let me just try to wipe it off with it. If it comes off, great. If it doesn't, oh well. It's going to be part of the project. Or it's part of the mold. I've had these molds for forever, so. Okay, gold dust. I added a little more this time. Let's roll with that. I'm going to get a little more clear here. Okay, so we'll start off with our metal gears again. And starting with some small ones, different colors in there. Different patterns. Ooh, that's looking nice already. I did have a great Christmas. What about you? Did anybody get something that they were like, oh my gosh, I've wanted that for so long, or like really, really wanted that and then they got it? Let me know in the chat. Or better yet, given a present like that. Like my daughter really wanted this very specific mirror that was actually quite expensive. But I got it for her and she was so happy. She's very into like fashion and things that I know nothing about. Oh no. Oh, come on now. There we go. Ooh, 100 count ink cents pencils. That's awesome. I'm trying to decide if I want to put this into one of these. I think I might leave this for another project. I also have these really cool hands that kind of are like steampunk. I'm worried about them sticking out the bottom though. So I think I might have to keep that again. Ooh, a compression chamber. Oh my goodness. Spend the day with your grandkids. That's amazing. A chainsaw. Wow. That's cool. Okay, what else? What else here, guys? Maybe some black. Maybe we'll go a little black or chameleon. Ooh, what if we go chameleon? I don't want to do anything with too much color right now, though, because that could be bad. The cool thing about with these deeper molds is you can put some gears in the side also. And it works out. Doesn't stick out. Turquoise. Ooh, okay, okay. Let's think. I actually don't have any of the Bondi blue, but that would look great. Okay, is there, how do you calculate how much resin you would need for a 20-inch wood round tray? Like a tray mold, do you mean? If so, yes, you can put water in it. You can put rice in it. Ooh, how about some alcohol inks? That's something I haven't really done. Mixing, let's see. Let's try it. So let's go a little more resin here. Oops, almost dropped it. And then we'll get some inks in here. Here we go. Here goes nothing. So this is the Ranger Black, and it tends to look a bit green, but when it cures, it's not green. So don't worry too much about it. And then I liked the turquoise idea, but I'm not sure what I have. I have one here called Mermaid that I think might be the best. And then we will go in here with a little white as well. I know some of you are probably like, what is she doing right now? But I have some faith. This white is empty. Yep, that is straight up empty. I might not have white, you guys. Oh, well, okay. That's that. So, takes about 24 hours to cure. So I'm going to take a stick, and we're not going to just leave this alcohol ink like this. We're going to create some excitement with it, while being very careful not to move those gears around. That looks cool. And this is definitely something untried as of yet. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I don't have one of those either, Kim. I have more white alcohol ink at the office though, so I think we'll be good. Can you guys see that okay? Looks pretty awesome, huh? Jennifer, not really. It's going to just do that. It's just one of the things it does, unfortunately. So I can't wait to demold these. Little alcohol. So I'm going to come back later and I will put, once again, a clear coat of resin. Maybe some gold dust in there, who knows? And then we'll be ready to demold these tomorrow. And I can't see any reason why I can't go live again tomorrow to show you guys these projects. So prepare for that. Hopefully I can. In the meantime, feel free to take advantage of that New Year's deal, 10% off site-wide with the code 2024. And then buy a gallon of resin and get the resin beach course for free. No code needed. You just add both to your cart. That deal expires on the 29th, but the 10% off site-wide is good until January 2nd. Okay, guys? And if I missed any questions or anything like that, please feel free to shoot me an email and I will help you out the best that I can. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic night and I'll see you all next time.